Hello beauties, hope you're doing amazing. Shaz here, and we are going to do some first impressions with Rich Romantic palette. This is a beautiful palette from Glaminatrix. I'm going to do the eye look that I'm wearing. And then at the end, I'll tell you my opinion based on the first impressions. If that sounds good, give this video a thumbs up. And if you like these kinds of videos, write to me in the comments below to let me know. And also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. Now let's go into the video. Okay, beauties, I can't wait to jump into this palette because I've had it for a couple of days and I didn't want to touch it until I came here. So let's jump in for the first look. I'm priming with Glaminatrix Icing, this one in color, I think buttercream is my color, yeah. I have reduced the amount of these kinds of reviews that I'm doing, you know, doing 3 looks and so on with palettes. I was not sure if you all were interested in these kinds of videos because they used to get less views than my other videos, but I am getting some requests for looks, so now I'm a little bit confused. If you all are interested in getting multiple looks with a palette, let me know. If you know, otherwise I can just do first impressions. Regardless, this is going to include the first impressions because I have not used this palette yet, and this is going to be the very first impression of this palette. I'm going to use a whole lot of brushes I have here. I have e.l.f., I have MAC, I have Morphe, and a few other ones. I'll tell you what brush it is when I'm using it. So this one is a Morphe M332. I actually don't know exactly what I want to do, but let's go into this one, Cherish. I'm going to improvise for this first look. And this is going to go in my crease. So far I'm experiencing a little bit of fall off, but nice pigmentation, nice blendability as I expect with Glaminatrix. Let's now go into Lover, this beautiful sort of a brown burgundy-ish kind of a color, and put this in the outer V area over here. I'm now going to use this Zoeva brush. This is number 234 from the Rose Golden Luxe collection. I'm going to go back into Lover. You know where we're going, lower lash line. Now, I think I already mentioned I was a little bit surprised to see this come out this time of the year because this is a very Valentine's Day palette. But I do feel like Glaminatrix is trying to get ahead of the game by releasing this now instead of next year. Possibly because, I mean, it could be a variety of reasons, but you know, they might have had the inventory early. It could also be that because they're on the other side of the planet, again, Glaminatrix is an Australian brand, they wanted to make sure that people can access this earlier. It might be difficult for them to compete with brands that are produced in the US in terms of shipping times, so they needed to schedule it earlier to get ahead of other brands. Let's go into, I'm using MAC 239S, and I'm gonna go into Admire, and I'm going to use this to blend this lower lash line. Yeah, but otherwise I can't understand the logic of this palette coming out this time of the year. These are not color stories that usually come out this time of the year. At the same time, I'm not loyal to color stories for a particular time of the year, so I buy any color story any time of the year, and I would love to use any color story any time of the year. So I'm fine with this. Very beautiful. By the way, beauties, I mentioned in another video that I had lost my NYX glitter primer. I found it. Of course, it was right on my desk, and you know how it is. You know how it is. When you're too busy, you don't see what's right in front of you. So now with NYX, I'm going here. I very much want to use Rich. You know, it's one of those purple magenta bases with a green gold shift on top. Let's use this. This is going at the center. It's one of those wet looking shadows, and so pretty, so pretty. I'm now using this color, Captivating. I went in it with my finger. This is Captivating, and I'm gonna put this a little bit more towards the inner corner. It's not exactly in my inner corner, it's just going towards the inner corner. This color has less shift than Rich, and I kind of want this area to be less shifty. Now with M222 from Morphe, I'm going to go into Intoxicating, this light pink color, and I'm going to lighten up my inner corner. Okay, beauties, I put Double Date Ultra Matte Lip from ColourPop on my lips, and I had a sampler of Definisil from Lancome, and I used that to boost my lashes. But this is the final look. I'm going to bring the camera up closer and show you this eye look from close up. Overall, you know, as far as first impressions go, everything was consistent with what I expected from Glaminatrix. Blendability, pigmentation, everything. There was some fallout. That's honestly the only thing I can complain about. One thing that's a little surprising to me is that the pans are smaller in this palette and in Sugar and Spice. So these are not 26mm pans, which are the standard pan sizes. These are magnetic pans, meaning you can pull them out and use them to create your own magnetic palette, or mix and match this with this one. I actually think the two will go pretty well together because the colors are pretty different. You know, of course, there's a little bit of the background issue here. Because the backgrounds are different colors, you can't really easily compare them. This one has a colorful background, so it's actually looking more colorful because of the colorful background, and this one has a black background, so it's actually looking even more neutral because of that. You could mix and match these easily for even more neutralish type of looks. Now, I'm gonna be super honest here. I think if this was released by another brand, not Glaminatrix, there is a high likelihood that I would not have purchased it. Glaminatrix is one of my favorite brands, and I am already aware of their quality. I like their quality. Everything from this brand that I've tried works on me. They have amazing, amazing shimmers. I mean, here I use two of their shimmers, super blendable, buttery, all of that good stuff, and very shifty. So I already know what I'm expecting, which is part of the reason why I purchased this. You know, if this was an unknown brand, there is a high likelihood that I would have just passed on this palette. So trying to give you my honest opinion. But of course, that doesn't mean you should have done that. These are beautiful Valentine's-y, very nice type of shades. And these are colors that are probably going to look very good on a lot of skin tones. Now, this one is a lot more easy to work with if you are not a color lover because it has even more neutral colors than this one. But I think this one is still more neutral leaning than I would like. Okay, beauties, that is my 2 cents for this palette. If it would come out again, knowing what I just experienced as first impressions, I would purchase it again. Hopefully that helps. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, if you like me to do more of these making eye looks types of videos, give this video a thumbs up and write to me in the comments below letting me know so that I know and do that. I love you all. Have an amazing day, and until next time. Bye.